Sometimes when things aren't going so well, you ask for advice, and unfortunately, the advice is often unhelpful, to say the least. And I'd like to explain to you why. Imagine you finally learn how to drive properly. You're cruising along, doing great, and one day you hear a strange noise coming from the engine. You're not sure what it is. Is it serious? Is it nothing? Should you ignore it, bring it to a mechanic? So you mention it to your mother, and she says, listen, I've been driving for 35 years. Give me the keys, I'll take it for a drive, and I'll tell you exactly what it needs. Now, hopefully, you'll politely change the subject, because the fact that your mother knows how to drive, and maybe even drives well, doesn't mean she understands how a car functions. And it certainly doesn't mean she knows how to repair it when something isn't working properly. And that's exactly what happens with marriage. People assume marriage is straightforward. You get married and it goes. So if you ever have trouble, all you need to do is ask someone who's been married for a while, and they'll tell you what to do. But here's the problem. Just because someone is married, and maybe even happily married, doesn't mean they understand the mechanics of marriage. And it definitely doesn't mean they know what to do when a marriage stops working. In fact, most couples that come to me don't even know what went wrong. They're good people, they're sincere. They want real shalom bayis, they're trying. But the advice they got was either not helpful or downright harmful. Because to responsibly advise a couple, you need a lot more than common sense. You need a clear understanding of the role of husband and wife and what that means today. You need wisdom to understand personality types and temperaments and how they collide in a marriage. You need to understand the fundamental differences between men and women. And most importantly, you need how to identify the core issue without getting pulled into an emotional storm on both sides. And these skills takes years of experience to develop. Most people don't have that. Now you might say, okay, so I'll just read some books. There are plenty of marriage books out there. I've read many of them. Some are helpful, some are mediocre, and some are downright damaging. Because most of these resources are built on theories, conjecture, approaches that may or may not be true and may or not apply to your marriage. And the result often is confusion. So where does that leave us? How are we supposed to navigate something this complex and build a vibrant marriage? And here's the answer. Hashem gave us the Torah as a guidebook to life. It guides us in every detail. How to wake up, how to go to sleep, how to conduct business, how to behave at home, how to live as a Jew. And it also guides the most pivotal relationship in our lives, marriage. Hashem created us. He alone understands the nature of man and woman, and He gave us a path to live together in harmony, peace, and happiness. But the path isn't always easy to find. And walking that path demands something we don't love hearing, and that's called growth. Marriage is about growth, and growth takes effort, time, and focus. But if you learn the right way, it can change your home, and it can change your life.